Hey everyone, welcome back to The Explainer. Today we're unpacking one of the most riveting, emotionally charged stories from ancient history. We're stepping back in time to explore an unfolding drama of survival, betrayal, and a miraculous twist of fate. It's a story that has captivated generations, and right now we're going to look at the precise mechanics of how this historic reunion actually played out.
I mean, how do you even face the people who once destroyed your life? Seriously, think about that for a second. Imagine holding all the power in the world, while the very people who plotted your downfall stand before you, completely at your mercy, just begging for their survival. It is an intense emotional paradox. And this is exactly the staggering reality Hazrat Yusuf, or Joseph, faced. To really grasp the gravity of this moment, we have to understand the sheer desperation that brought these brothers back into his life in the first place.
Okay, Section 1, the Great Famine, 2 years of barren earth. Let's dive right into this historical context. The region wasn't just having a bad harvest, This was the second year of a severe, unrelenting famine. The earth was completely barren, rivers were running low, and panic was really setting in across nations.
Picture the stark, completely dried-up lands of Canaan, where Hazrat Jacob, and his family are suffering. The crops have completely failed, the resources are depleted, and honestly, time is running out. But then contrast that with the absolute abundance in Egypt's protected grain silos. This is exactly why crisis management matters. Hazrat Yusuf's prophetic foresight made Egypt not just survive, but become the ultimate beacon of hope. They stockpiled massive reserves of grain, becoming the absolute sole lifeline for the entire surrounding region.
So this extreme disparity forces a critical decision. The famine is severely impacting Canaan, literally pushing families to the brink of starvation. Word eventually reaches Hazrat that there's Aziz, a highly respected and just minister in Egypt, who is actually distributing grain to those in need. With no other options left, Hazrat dispatches his sons to Egypt to seek this life-saving aid. He sends them out of pure necessity, completely unaware that this desperate journey for survival is going to be the catalyst that sets a monumental family reunion in motion.
Section 2, the Court of the Aziz, an unknowing reunion. So the brothers finally make that long, exhausting trek across the desert. They arrive in the sprawling, wealthy capital of Egypt, seeking an audience with the highest authority in the land. Just imagine the heavy silence, the pure intimidation they must have felt as those great doors opened and they stepped into the royal court. The tension in the air is palpable.
Now, what's really interesting about this is the sheer scale of the dramatic irony unfolding here. These men, humbled by starvation, lower their heads and ask for help from the mighty Aziz of Egypt. But they have absolutely no idea that the incredibly powerful minister sitting on the throne right in front of them is the exact same boy they betrayed. The boy they threw into the depths of a dark well, the boy they left for dead all those years ago. They are completely, totally oblivious to his true identity.
But here's the kicker. The recognition wasn't mutual. Hazrat Yusuf recognized his brothers instantly. I mean, try to picture the immense flood of memories, the trauma, and the complex emotions that must have rushed through him in that split second. Yet, he doesn't even flinch. He exercises an incredible amount of internal restraint. He completely swallows his past, masking his overwhelming emotions behind the stoic, serious facade of a powerful Egyptian ruler. He gives absolutely nothing away.
Maintaining his disguise, Yusuf begins to question them. But listen, this wasn't just idle curiosity. This was a highly calculated interrogation. He looks down at them, pauses, and asks, "Where are you from, and how many brothers are in your home?" He is testing them, feeling out the current state of the family he was ripped away from, all while perfectly playing the part of a cautious administrative official securing his borders during a time of global crisis.
And the brothers, who are eager to prove their honesty to the Aziz, answer truthfully. They say, "We are from Canaan. We are all brothers, but our one younger brother is with our father." Without even realizing it, they unwittingly hand Yusuf the exact piece of information his heart was longing for, the status of his full younger brother, who was kept safe at home by their grieving father. They literally just handed Yusuf the key he needs for his next move.
Which brings us to Section 3, the ultimatum, a royal condition. So, the crucial point here is how Yusuf uses this new information to set a brilliant authoritative trap. He doesn't just give them the grain and blindly send them on their way. Instead, he establishes a strict condition that they absolutely cannot refuse if they want to survive this famine.
Let's look at the structural finality of this decree. Step 1, he agrees to give them the grain they desperately need today, showing his supposed generosity. Step 2, he commands that when they inevitably run out of food and must return, they have to bring this younger brother with them to prove they're telling the truth. In Step 3, he lays down the ultimate consequence. If you do not bring him, you will be denied any future grain and you will effectively starve.
It's an absolute decree. He leaves them with no alternative, forcing their hand completely.
Section 4. The Hidden Repayment, a secret in the sacks. The brothers agree to the terms, completely cornered by the minister's demands. But as they prepare to depart and begin that long journey back to Canaan, Yusuf has one final, silent move to play. A secret action taken entirely behind the scenes, completely without their knowledge.
Yusuf secretly orders his servants to take the money the brothers used to pay for the grain and hide it deep inside their grain sacks. And this brilliantly illustrates a kind of Trojan horse strategy. He knows this money will only be discovered once they're safely back home and opening the sacks in front of their father. The shock of finding their payment returned is going to create a massive sense of deep obligation and fear. They'll realize they owe the Egyptian court, practically guaranteeing that they'll return to clear their names and, most importantly, bring the younger brother with them. It's a literal masterclass in psychological leverage. It shows us how true strategic thinkers don't just rely on direct commands, they shape the circumstances to guarantee the outcome they need.
So, आगे क्या होगा? What happens next? The stage is perfectly set, the trap is sprung, the brothers are heading home completely bewildered, and the most powerful man in Egypt is waiting for their return. What happens when the ultimate betrayers are finally forced to look their victim in the eye? Will they recognize the boy they left for dead? And how is Hazrat Ya'ub going to react to this dangerous new demand? This incredible story is just reaching its boiling point. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon right now so you do not miss Part 12, where this ancient drama reaches an unforgettable climax.